How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the first episode of a 3-part video series documenting this landscape photography trip to southern Utah. I am joined on this trip by my good friends Luke, who you all know from the channel, Travis, Michael, and Mark. During this first morning, we woke up to watch sunrise and take photos of this incredible cliffside. And after shooting, we spent some time watching Michael pull some wild stunts with his FPV drone.
Gonna go sit on the pedestal and then do a backwards dive off of it. Well, the drone will. I won't.
As promised, Michael did not personally dive off that cliff. Alright, so we've been shooting photos here this morning for a little bit now. It's about 8:45 and the sun's been up for about an hour and a half. And as you saw, I got some shots with the that 100 to 600 millimeter Sigma lens, and that thing's really cool. And I got some really neat stuff with it. I'm gonna throw it up, everything I got up here on the screen here in just a minute. But we shot with that, and then I got the drone out, did a few shots with the drone as well, and I'm really pumped about these. So I got some pretty cool panos, and got some pretty cool moonlit stuff from last night. And gosh, it was just it's been a cool first start to this little weekend trip. So as you can see, I'm sitting out here on the pedestal to this little area now, and such a cool place. Such a cool place. Seriously one of my favorite places in the world. It's funny, I've shot sunrise here, I don't know, probably 11, 12 times, and I've never really had a good sunrise, like a banger sunrise. And this is just another morning of not a great sunrise. It's always a nice sunrise, but it wasn't a great sunrise. So maybe one day we'll get lucky enough to actually get a good sunrise here. But today is not that day. But anyways, we're gonna keep hanging out here for a little bit, and then we've got some other spots that we're gonna go check out in a little bit. So I'm gonna climb back up to the top of this cliff right now. So even though I was trying to make something work with that really long telephoto lens, I only ended up getting a few shots with the actual camera that I liked. So I'll add those in here, but just know that most of the photos here are going to be actually done with the drone. And I'm really excited about them, and let me know what you think about them too. Here they are. Alright, so I am heading out towards this one spot that I really want to get a photo at. So everybody else is staying back over by camp, and then I am running over to this massive butte over here, and I've got a drone shot in mind that I'm wanting to get. So it's still, I'm hoping that it's still early enough that the light's not going to look too weird, but we're really pushing it. So we've just got some really cool cloud structures. I'll show you when we get there, but I think this could look really neat. So we'll get there in about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. So this is the spot that I was wanting to come to. So we've got this huge butte right up here, and I'm looking for 2 different kinds of shots. So I've got a series of drone photos that I want to get, and then I have a couple photos that I want to get with that super long telephoto lens. So that 105 to 600 mil Sigma lens. So I'm gonna get the drone up first because we are quickly losing our good drone conditions. So I'm gonna get that going. All right, let's hope we have enough battery for this.
Good, Charlotte?
Okay, so I've got this butte lined up right here. We have all this cool dappled light on it, and then in the bottom of my frame, I have all of these cool, like, veiny looking ridge lines. Luke will make fun of me for using that phrase, but it's really neat. So actually I'm gonna get a little bit lower. I'm like a mile south from where I'm standing right now. Could probably cut myself on that. So I got the drone back down, and I think we got some pretty cool stuff. So I'll throw that up on the screen here right now for you to see. And then I'm gonna head up this little hill behind me, and I'm gonna take this bad boy up there, and I think we're gonna get some cool stuff. So I'll show you those photos, and then we'll head up the mountain.
So this photo actually kind of turned out pretty neat, considering the time of day it was taken out.
Oh, that hill really sucked to climb up, not gonna lie, especially with all the loose dirt. But okay, so we've got our spot here, and the light is just perfect. It's looking so good. Like I said earlier, we're like right on the cusp of not being able to really shoot anymore because of harsh midday light, but I really like this right here. So right now I am, well, let me get composed here. Okay, so right now I'm zoomed in up on the side of this mountain right here, and it's got all these really cool ripply formations that come down the side of it, and it just makes for some really interesting kind of texture shots. So right now I'm at shutter speed of 1000 and f9 and ISO 100. So let's see what we can get here. We got that on a 10-second timer as well because we're shooting pretty long. So cool, that's neat. I think that's pretty cool. I am gonna push it into 600 just to see what we can get here. Oh, I need some more clouds. Where'd our clouds go? One thing that's tricky about a telephoto lens this big, sometimes it's hard to get my composition just right, because I'll let go of the lens after tightening it down and it just kind of drifts. So there we go, got it. I don't know, we'll take it. I don't know, these are fine. They're nothing really crazy. Honestly, I should have been out here like 30 minutes earlier. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I actually kind of like that. I think that was cool. That last one we just shot, I think, is probably the coolest of the bunch. So I might shoot a little wide angle one right now, just because the clouds look neat. So I don't know, we'll see how that works. It's tricky right here just because there's so many like tire tracks from dirt bikes and like four-wheelers and whatnot. So it's a little tricky to get a totally clean composition, but we'll try.
And try we did. Some of the photos in this next round of telephoto shenanigans turned out really cool, and some are just alright.
All right, so we're done shooting at this spot. I'm gonna go meet the other guys at the local gas station and top off on some gas, maybe get some snacks and stuff, and then we've got another location we're gonna go check out. I think you'll like, and then we'll come back kind of to this area for sunset. So sunset's gonna be super cool. I'm really excited about it. So go meet up with them at the gas station, and then we're gonna head out to our next location. So on our way.
So after being forced to watch whatever that hilarious attempt at dancing was, we finished up our lunch and got packed up to hit the road to our next spot. That is after Luke stopped staring at me lovingly.
All right, so we're hiking into this pretty cool slot canyon right now, and you'll see it in just a minute, but hiking in there, I think it's maybe a mile long hike, so it's not too bad. It's really sandy though, so that sucks. All right, we made it. This place is so cool. Been here a few times, but it never gets old.
So I spent a lot of time in this slot canyon trying to get some good stuff with the wide angle lens, and honestly this is the best one I got, I think. So I was maybe trying to force some stuff a little bit too much, and what I ended up getting just wasn't, I don't know, it's fine, it's nothing crazy. I think it's good, but it's not great.
Okay, so I worked my way out to the beginning of the canyon again, and I'm gonna put on the big monster lens. So this might be a bad idea just because everything's a little tighter, but I don't know. I want to see what I can get with it. So we're gonna throw this on and see what happens here.
Yeah, I like these telephoto shots quite a bit more than the wide angle ones, I think. There's just more variety. It's a little bit easier to get something unique when you're pointing a telephoto lens directly at a wall. So I like the cracks, I like all the patterns and textures in the wall, I like the different colors, and I think it just makes for some pretty cool, unique images. So I don't know if all these are necessarily great, but I think they're kind of cool. So I don't know, let me know what you think.
Okay, so we're done shooting in the canyon. So we're heading back out, and we've got one more spot that we're gonna hit for the night. So, and I think you're gonna like the spot. This is one of my favorites, and this was kind of the spot that I went to that got me into photography. So pretty excited to go back. I've been back here a bunch of times, but it's always good to go back and check it out. So we'll be back there in just a minute. For you guys it'll be mere seconds, but for us it'll be probably 45 minutes. So on our way now. So the light on these hills it's so good, and gosh, I really wish that we had time to kind of hang around here a little bit more, because this is neat. So I really like how this looks with the the clouds up here in the background and kind of contrasting against the lit up rocks. But I don't know if we have time, unfortunately. So next time though. Luke, where are we at?
You know I can't tell you that. You don't have clearance.
Pete.
I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. So much better with this one.
With what?
It's cute.
It's call and response.
So after another round of pointing a 600mm lens directly at the wall, here's some of the photos that I got. I think they're pretty neat. I actually took this photo twice, one before the sunset and one after.
So we're at our last spot for the evening. The other guys are standing up on the top of the hill and just watching Michael fly around the FPV drone. It's super cool. It's really loud, but it's so cool. He was showing us some of the shots that he got earlier, and they're really neat. I'm kind of walking around the area trying to find some compositions that are maybe a little, I don't know, unique, I guess. I do this every single time I come here, and I always seem to fail, so I'm hoping that this time maybe I can come up with something that's a little more unique, but we'll see. I'm walking around with the wide angle lens right now, and that's why there's really not a lot of footage. Just walking around handheld and to see what I could find. So I'm doing a couple focus stacking shots here and there. I'm just shooting them handheld, which is not ideal, but I don't really want to lug around a tripod while I'm hiking up and down these hills. So if you've ever been here, if you know about this place, you know how tough it is to walk up and down some of these hills. So but I love this place so much, and we might get a really good sunset tonight. So all the clouds are kind of primed for really great sunset conditions, and I hope so, at least. We'll see. You never know. Everything can change. We still have probably an hour, 45 minutes to an hour until sunset. So right now the clouds, or the sun is sitting behind a bank of clouds. So, and sorry if you can't hear me. Every once in a while the wind comes through and it's a little loud. So, but I'm gonna keep walking around and shooting, and you'll see some of these wide angle shots at the end of the video, or after this part at least. So, but I love this place so much. This is the first place that I came to when I first got into photography. I found this spot from a photo on Instagram, scoured the internet to find it, and then met up with my buddy Bryce Doherty, and we came out here and took this photo. This was, I don't know, 2.5, almost 3 years ago at this point. It feels like it wasn't that long ago, but it's kind of been a while. So, but yeah, great spot. I'm gonna keep shooting. Whew. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind, but we got that good light coming in. So I'm gonna come back over to one other spot that I was shooting, and then I'm gonna run back up to the main angle that everybody else is standing at. So see if we can get anything good. Look at those clouds in the east. Gosh dang. So cool. This is amazing.
There's a certain sense of accomplishment that one feels after years of hard work finally pays off. That's exactly how I feel after taking these next few photos.
What do you think about this place?
It's insane. Sunset was amazing. So sick.
How do you feel about sunset tonight?
It was alright, got great color. But we shot here so many times that, you know, it's just kind of all the same at some point.
Taking a video? Yeah.
Got a good drone video.
Alright, you heard Luke. We had a pretty good time here, had awesome conditions, so hopefully you can hear me. That sunset and the wind picked up, and it just got miserably cold, and it is so windy. So we had stuff starting to blow away, so we decided we were gonna get out of here and head to camp. So but that's gonna be it for today. We're gonna head over to camp, and we've got Jared meeting up with us tonight. So he came down here last minute, and yeah, he's meeting up with us over at our campsite. So we're gonna go say hi to him, and we'll be up and doing it again tomorrow. So, and then some of the guys are leaving tomorrow, but I'm staying. So we're gonna we're gonna have a good time, even though we'll miss them. Miss them so much. I love this place, even though it gets so windy. But I hope you all have a good one, and we'll see you in the morning. Bye. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to day 2 of this little desert trip we're on. If you didn't see the last video, or part 1, make sure you go check that out. You can be kind of caught up to speed on what's going on today. But we have woken up here in southern Utah, and we're kind of next to these cool red ringed hills and stuff. It's a really good drone spot, so everybody's kind of waking up right now. It's about 7:30. It's very, very cold. It's about 30 degrees, and I slept like crap. I don't know about everybody else, but I did not sleep very good. So maybe you can hear that in my voice, but didn't freeze. Very warm, but I just could not get very comfortable. So, but anyways, I am going to get the drone set up and get that launched here in just a second. And then hopefully we can get some good conditions. So we got really cool clouds in the sky, so it looks like it's primed for sunrise. So I'm gonna get the drone set up and get that launched. Maybe that'll wake me up a little bit. So I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am very, very tired. So okay, getting the drone set up. One day I will upgrade to the drone that doesn't have the phone holder. For those who are curious, I'm shooting on the Mavic Air 2, so it's a little bit of an older drone, but does the job for me.
So I got the drone up just as the sun was coming up over the horizon, and I was able to capture some of my favorite drone photos I've ever gotten at this location.
So I got the drone down, and you saw those shots. Let me know what you think about those in the comments. But I've been walking around here doing a little bit of wide angle photography. There's all these cool little, of course I don't have any by me right now, but all these cool little like rocks, and hold on, actually there's some better ones up here. All of these. So we got all of these cool little rock formations right up here. And before the sun popped out, obviously I can't really shoot it now because the light's too harsh, but before the sun popped out I was able to get a couple wide angle shots with just the rock here in the foreground, and then with this big hill in the background. So I think they look pretty cool. I'll show you guys right now.
So I'll be honest, this photo and the one to follow I'm not really pumped about them. They're all right, but I don't think I shot them at the right time. Now this one I actually think is all right. I think it's a pretty decent landscape composition.
This is our camp for last night. So you see we've got the FJ, we've got Jared's van, Luke's Tacoma, we've got Mark's Audi, fancy, and then we have Travis's Subaru. So, and then you can see Mark up there on the hill taking some probably pretty cool photos. Now I'm not sure what is happening after we're done shooting here. So some of the guys are out taking some cool bushwhacker flag photos. Some of us are just kind of hanging out. I imagine we'll kind of hang around here for a bit, eat breakfast. But then I'm not sure. We've got a couple of things in mind. Some of the guys are going to be leaving, so it's going to be just me and Jared afterwards. But we'll be here through Monday. I believe Jared is staying through Monday, but I don't know. We'll see where the day takes us.
So we ended up heading over to a nearby dinosaur quarry, which was kind of cool. We had seen this place before, but hadn't taken the time to check it out. But this drive was just a few miles away, and it took us through all these really cool rainbow-colored hills, a lot of like grays and blacks, and just really cool patterns, and it was a really cool drive to take.
Okay, so we made it to that dinosaur quarry. So we're gonna go find some fossils. Just a little detour. It's a way to fill in the spare time we have in the middle of the day. So I've never been here though. So it should be cool. Did you find a fossil?
No, but some cool rocks.
Ah.
This totally looks like it was a piece of wood.
Whatever it was. Jared said there was petrified wood here.
Yeah. Doesn't it kind of look like that?
It totally does actually.
Like a bark, and it's pretty light, right?
Maybe it is. I don't know.
No. On the back side, this is all like rough, but then looks like it's cracked open, and I don't know what that is, but
That is weird.
it's cool, huh?
Yeah, that's neat. Very neat.
Yeah.
So we haven't found any dinosaur bones yet, but we've learned a lot about geology, I think. Have we learned anything?
Yeah, we got a lot of different layers here to go through and explore.
Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm back in like a geology class in geology class in school. Since we haven't found any bones, I'm starting to think that maybe my decision to not be a paleontologist is a good decision. So that's what I wanted to be all growing up, but maybe it was for the best. So I don't know if these are going to turn out, but I found some really cool like mud cracks, and I've never really considered myself one to be excited about mud cracks, but these are really pronounced and really deep, and they're really cool looking, different colors and stuff. So I took a couple photos. I don't know if they're going to turn out, but I'll show you them now. So I think they have a lot of potential to be kind of cool. So wasn't expecting to find anything photographically here in this little quarry. So yeah, I'll shut up and show you those pictures.
So like I said, I never thought I would be really that excited about mud crack photos, but I actually think these are pretty cool. So I really like the textures. They're really, really harsh textures, and I think they're neat. And I like the colors, the different colored patterns with the white and the orange in the cracks. So I think they're cool.
I just found something really cool. Really, really cool potential composition. Maybe the one that I'll have to try for Milky Way next season. I'll show you. Oh yeah. That would make for a great Milky Way composition. I love that. I'd have to get a little bit lower just because there's that fence. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yep, we're doing that next year.
So we took our cool little caravan here and drove back through all the red and black hills and made our way down to the nearest local gas stations. We could say goodbye to the guys who were leaving. And we did it in probably the corniest way possible.
I'm not doing it until you put your hand in there, Luke.
We're all just holding hands until you come in here.
Luke.
Do you want to make us hold hands? All right,
There
Bushwhackers
we
on
go.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Bushwhackers!
Okay, so we are heading out to this little dirt road just to get some drone footage that Michael's wanting. So he's got, I think you saw it in the last video, but he's got his FPV drones out here. He's got some cool stuff. Go follow him on Instagram. He's especially got some really cool stuff from this trip. So make sure you go check that out. I'll put his Instagram down below. But yeah, we're gonna go get some cool FPV kind of car automotive shots. You know, just trying to make some cool stuff. So we'll be there in just a minute, and then I think we're gonna come back into town and get some food because we're all starving. We haven't really had any real food. At least I haven't had any real food in a couple days. So I've been living off of that gas station diet. So we're gonna come back into town, maybe get a burrito, hamburger, or something like that. So we will go to that point. Okay, so we got all those drone shots that we were looking for, and then went back into town, got a little bit of food, and said goodbye to Luke and Michael. So now it's just me and Jared. We are, oh my gosh, the wind is blowing through here. It's like a wind tunnel. I have all the doors open. But we're out here looking for some fall colors. So this is the time of year where fall is peak in the desert. So I wasn't sure if we'd be able to get anything here, but we've got some great colors, and we just did a little bit of scouting, and we're gonna go back now and shoot some of the spots that we were looking at. So yeah, Jared's gonna hop in with me, and limited parking, so we're gonna take one vehicle. But yeah, let's go see what we can find down the road. So right now we're out on the side of the highway here, and there's a bunch of farm fields, and right on the edge of these fields is this cool row of like glowing, I don't know if they're cottonwood trees, I'm not sure, but we're both out here with our telephoto lenses and trying to get a cool compressed shot with the glowing trees, and then with that blue mountainside behind it. So this is actually working great as like a midday shooting spot, so not too worried about harsh light or anything like that. We've got some clouds moving through, so some of the light's a little bit dappled, but looks great. I'm really excited about some of the shots that we're getting. So there's also a tractor moving behind me right now. I think the trickiest part about this spot, or just this shooting strategy in general, is the light. Timing it with the light, because we've got all these clouds moving over. So right now I am zoomed in at probably, I don't know, 220-ish millimeters, and then I'm shooting at 3200 shutter speed with a f-stop of, I believe, 6.3, no, 5.6, and then we're at ISO 400. So the ISO is bumped up just a little bit to allow us a little bit of room to raise our shutter speed. So yeah, that looks really good. I like this one. But yeah, this is great. So we're just kind of working our way up and down the highway, getting a bunch of this fall color. So this is something that I've always wanted to do the last couple of years, and it's cool to finally be able to do it.
So in retrospect, I probably should have kept my expectations a little low, because I don't love all of the photos that I got. I got this one, and I got a second one after this, and I think they're really good. I like them, but I didn't get very many good results from this little shoot.
Color. Yeah.
Jared, on the other hand, got some pretty good stuff with his drone.
Interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Layout out there. Yeah.
That's way cool.
Yeah.
So we got all packed up and started making our way down to our final location for the evening. And this is a spot that I've been wanting to check out for a while, but I wasn't totally sure where it was at. So we had to spend a little bit of time exploring and trying to find it. But I think it turned out to be a pretty cool location.
So we got to our sunset spot a little later than we wanted to. So I got the drone up really quick, and got a bunch of really cool shots. So I'll show you those in just a minute. But before I show you the drone ones, I'm gonna head up to my right real quick and just take this wide angle lens with me and just see what I can get, mainly for kind of scouting out future compositions. So, and sorry for all the noise, there's a bunch of drones landing right now. So, and my controller is freaking out at me because the battery's dying. But yeah, I'm gonna go walk up here and just kind of play around, see what I can get, just for future shoots at this spot. So I'm also gonna make sure I can land my drone without crashing it. So I'm gonna run up here real quick, and then I'll show you the photos afterwards, because I think they're gonna be pretty cool. Okay, so this shot that I'm gonna set up here is, I'm gonna get a wide angle shot of all the cracks here on the ground, and I finally found a spot that's pretty undisturbed. This area we're in is off limits to motorized vehicles, but you know, there's still some old tracks from people who don't follow the rules. But I found a spot that I think is really good, so I'm gonna get really close to the ground here, and then get a focus stack shot. So we're gonna get a shot that's focused down here close to the ground, and then we'll focus our way up to the mountain here behind me. So should be a cool shot, I think. I'm absolutely ripping this off from another photographer. I saw, if you don't follow Michael Shainbloom, I recommend you do. He's one of my favorite landscape photographers. I pull a lot of inspiration from him, and I saw a shot similar to this a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to see if I could get something similar, just to kind of test myself, just to see what I could do. So I also just thought it was a cool place, and I'd never been here before, so I wanted to come check it out. But I'm gonna get set up here and take those shots, and I'll show you in just a second. All right, well, I think it's time to call it quits, as evidenced by the fact that you can't even really see me anymore. So, there we go. So, we got those shots. I really love how those turned out. Some of my favorite shots, I think, from this entire trip. So, I'm gonna throw all of that up on the screen in just a minute, and so you'll see all of the drone footage, all of the wide angle shots that I just got, and yeah, I love what I got. I think they turned out really cool. So, I mean, obviously we won't know until we get that stuff back into the office, get it edited, but anyways, hope you like them. Let me know if you do. In the meantime, I'm gonna go meet back up with Jared. He's in his car behind me, and yes, I'm walking backwards, so for the light. I guess I could just turn like this, whatever. I'm gonna go meet up with Jared, and we're gonna go find a quick place to camp, and then we'll be back at it in the morning. So I'm really excited. We got some good spots prep for tomorrow, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. So this has been a great trip so far. I love this part of Utah, love this part of the United States. It's one of my favorites, and there's just never-ending good stuff.
Now, I don't want to ramble too much just because I want to let the photos speak for themselves, but I really love how these turned out. These are some of my favorite photos I've probably ever gotten in this location before, despite not having crazy sky conditions or anything.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to part 3 or day 3 of this South Central Utah Badlands trip. I woke up not too far from here and drove to this spot that Jared and I checked out last night, just kind of as a scouting thing, just to see what it would look like for any, potential compositions. So decided it would end up being a good sunrise spot. So I'm back over here on the side of this hill. A lot of cool ridges and features on the side of this hill here, and I'm gonna get to shooting. So the sun is gonna be up in, I don't know, probably 10-15 minutes. I wish I had given myself a little bit more time, but I was a little slow getting out of bed this morning because it is cold. It was a frigid 19 degrees this morning, so but I slept nice and cozy. So yeah, gonna get all the gear out, gonna go get shooting. We're gonna do some wide angle stuff, and then we might pull out the telephoto lens, and then I have the drone as well. So I think we'll get a good variety of images here this morning. So I got a few shots really quick. Unfortunately, there's nothing in the sky, and not that makes a bad photo, but with these rocks, once that sun gets a little too harsh, it's really hard to get anything that I really like out of it. So I only had probably 10-15 minutes to shoot, and I really like what I got. You'll see them here in just a second, but like I said, I only had a couple minutes to shoot before the light just got a little too much. So a little too much contrast between that shadow and light region. So, but I'm gonna run back up to the car now, get the drone up, see if I can get anything with that. So there's all these huge ridges here, so there's gonna be a lot of cool abstract stuff that I think we could probably get. So I'm gonna run back up there and do that. So also I didn't mention, but Jared ended up having to leave last night, so because he wanted to ditch me. No, just kidding. He wasn't feeling too great, and so about 9:30 he decided he probably should head back home. So but he made it safe, everybody made it home safe, and now it's just me out here solo. Alright, I'm gonna go fly the drone.
So while you watch me make my way back to the warmth of my car, here are a few of the photos that I was able to capture that morning. I love how this one looks. I love the colors, that subtle glow on the mountain, but I decided to do a black and white conversion to it, and I think I like it just as much. I also like this one a lot too. The light's a little harsher, and I don't love that, but it's alright.
Feels good. So one thing that I think I would like to see from DJI at some point in the future, I hope they do this, but I would love it if their controllers had this little mechanism where you could take the joystick and like drop it down and lock it into place instead of having to pull it out of the bottom and screw it in. It's so obnoxious, and like these joysticks are so teeny tiny and they're so easy to lose, and then especially on cold mornings like today, it hurts. Like my poor numb fingers to pull them out and you know, put them in, because they're stuck in there pretty good. So, and these tops have kind of a textured edge, so sometimes it kind of hurts. You got to use your fingernails a little bit. Sometimes they get kind of stuck. But anyway, just a random thought.
If you ever make your way to this part of Utah, I highly recommend bringing a drone. There is just something so otherworldly about this location, and there's just so many perspectives that you're not able to capture without the use of a drone.
So I think that was a very successful drone flight. So you will have seen the photos by now, and let me know what you think about them in the comments. I think some of them probably turned out pretty cool, just from what I could tell, you know, from flying. Obviously I won't know until we get it back onto the computer, but you will have already seen it, so let me know what you think. I'm gonna get packed up here, and I'm gonna head out and go. You know what? I'm not sure what I'm gonna go do today. There's so many things to do. I think first I'm gonna go find something to eat, and then I don't know, we'll go explore a little bit. So it's not, some spots aren't the greatest to shoot right now just because of the light. Everything's so bright. This area is very, very bright. The overall color here is like a light gray, so when it gets hit with the light, it's just, everything's so bright. So there's not much to really shoot right now, but we'll find something. Maybe we're not shooting, but maybe we're scouting. So I'm gonna go eat something, and then we'll go figure out what we're doing from there. we're making a little bit of Peak Refuel breakfast skillet backpacking meal today. So I've had this before, it's really good. It's got egg, sausage, potatoes, and peppers. Nice and yummy. So I'm gonna get the jet boil going and get this cooking because I'm hungry. And then I've got a couple spots that we're gonna go check out. So there's a cool road that I've never been on, and it kind of goes south from here. And I want to go see what's down that road. It looks cool on Google Maps, so we're gonna go check it out. But first, I'm gonna eat. Fire! Alright, we'll let that boil for a couple minutes. Yep, very good. I'm no foodie, so I'm not one to give, good food reviews, but Peak Refuel is really good. And if you remember back, maybe about 2 months ago, we did some work for Peak Refuel, so some of their stuff showed up in some of our content. Who the heck is calling me, and how did I have enough service to get a phone call? Spam. Anyways, I'm gonna finish eating breakfast here, and then we'll head on to that road I was talking about. So go see what we can find today. Could be some good stuff. I don't know, could be nothing. So no better way to find out than to go check it out ourselves. Ha. So this is not what I was expecting to find out here, but we have a ghost town, or I guess the better term is a ghost ranch. I don't know if that's coming up on camera. There's all this cool stuff here. Like, I don't know, this old sign. And then right behind me, well, we have this cool, I don't know what it is, big mountain thing right there. And then there's all this like junk right here. Like ghost town junk, like I don't know, old farming equipment, and I don't know, just a bunch of cool old stuff. There's also it looks like a Revolutionary War mannequin guy. Like, where is he? He's right over there. We'll go look at him real quick.
What the heck are you? Oh my gosh, guys! It's Luke Furman.
Just me and my buddy Luke. I don't know how old that is. I don't know how long it's been here. It looks weathered, though. Alright. Supposedly there's a ghost town right over the ridge here, so we're gonna go, I think, check that out. And then we're gonna go to my left here and go down this other road. So, see what's down there. Alright, well, the ghost ranch is exactly that. There's nothing there. So it's just a bunch of, if you look at it on the map, you can kind of see like where roads used to be, but that's almost it. So there's really nothing there. So we're gonna keep moving on down the main road we were originally going down. So okay, so I may have found my my sunset spot, which I guess kind of sucks because it's like, I don't know, 11:30, but I just found this spot and it's really cool. Really excited about this one. So I've got just all these really cool cliffs back here, and it's just never ending. And there's a lot of neat stuff here. I think that has a lot of potential. So I'm gonna stick in this area, I think, until sunset. I'm gonna explore a little bit, kind of take my time and get to know the area a little bit, try to find some, you know, potential compositions and just see if I can figure out stuff that works. So, yeah, I'm gonna hang out here. So, cool spot. Never been here before. It didn't look like there was a lot of people that had recently driven in here, so I don't know that there's a lot of people that come in here. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm the first one to photograph this place. I doubt it, but pretty cool. So we'll see what we can get. I don't have a lot of battery left, but I'm going to use the drone as a little scouting tool real quick. And I've got some more batteries charging in the car right now. So we'll see how far this battery can get me.
So I unfortunately did not have as much battery as I was hoping with the drone to be able to get a good view of the area. So I decided to go at it on foot.
Okay, so I think I've stumbled onto a jackpot. This place is so dang cool. I'm just walking back in here and this is cool. I literally, like, there's no evidence of people coming through here recently. Like, no footprints, and you would know because the ground is so soft that you just kind of sink into it. Not the ground I'm walking on right now, but the ground back there is. But so you would see footprints for sure. But there's not only no footprints, but there's no tire tracks anywhere around here. I've never seen anything about this online. I've never seen anything about this anywhere. But, oh, that rock looks like a skull. That's cool. Seriously, such a cool place. Just all around me. Jeez. I'm so glad I came back here. I'm gonna hang out around here probably until sunset, so I'm not gonna bore you with all of my walking around and scouting for compositions. So I will get back to you when it's time for sunset. So I'm gonna put the camera down. I also don't have that much memory card space left, so I only have a few memory cards and I've already burned through a couple of them, and so from this whole weekend, so I don't got a lot of space. And I also failed to bring a laptop with a SSD drive to dump footage. So I meant to, and then I decided to leave it, and that was kind of a bad decision, I think. So, but anyways, I'm gonna keep looking around. This canyon just keeps going and going. So we're gonna go see what I can find down here, and then I will see you all for sunset. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. I am just in awe at this little place I found. And this is just the beginning. Like that, I have barely even touched this spot. So I'm gonna keep looking, see what else I can find here, and we'll see y'all for sunset.
So naturally, I left basically right away. I don't know who I was kidding. I had like 5 hours from the time of that recording until sunset, and I had so many other spots that I wanted to check out, so I was not gonna hang around there for another 5 or 6 hours twiddling my thumbs waiting for the sun to get to a point where I could shoot. So I ended up doing a little exploring, and I found a lot of really cool things. So there's a lot of locations that I am definitely going to return to. A lot of stuff pinned on the map now.
Okay, so we made it back here to our original spot that I was hoping to pick for sunset. So I drove around for quite a bit, probably about 4 hours, and saw a lot of really cool things. I don't think any of them beats this spot that we're going to shoot tonight, but a lot of them I want to come back to for future sunsets or sunrises, and just, you know, there's a lot of photo potential out there, and there's a lot of spots that I'd never seen before. Very, very cool place, a lot of really cool stuff. So but yeah, we're back. We're probably, I think we've got just about 2 hours before the sun is completely gone. So we've got a lot of time to walk around and kind of figure out our compositions and reassess the ones that we had already looked at. So, because there's one composition that I'm thinking might not turn out with the sun just the way that I was thinking. So we'll have to go check that out. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that might be more of a summertime composition where the sun is a little bit further north. So, because it's the very, very end of October right now. And I mean, when you see this video, it'll be probably the end of November, but the time of recording, it's October 30th. So it is getting a little late into the year. But I think there's a lot of great promise here tonight. I've got a lot of things in mind, and we're going to go check some stuff out. Hopefully I can find something good.
Okay, so this first shot that I wanted to check out, I don't think it's gonna work as good as I was hoping. So the way that the shadows from the rest of these rocks is falling across the land is just too harsh, and I don't think it's really gonna work out as I was hoping. So as I mentioned, I think this might be the shot that would be a better summer shot because the sun is not setting so far south and it's setting a little further north, and that way we can get light straight down the canyon. And that may make it a little bit tricky because, you know, then I could be silhouetted right here, which we don't want that. But, well, I don't know, maybe not. I'm not totally sure, but we would have to come back here in the summertime and see. But I did take a photo of this earlier, so I'll show you the photo from earlier in the day, and then I'll also take one right now and just show you what I'm talking about as far as the shadows. So I don't know if this is going to come through very well on the camera here, but if you look, when I zoom, or excuse me, when I brighten everything up, you can see I've got these really cool like mud cracks here on the foreground, and they work as a really neat leading line up to this peak that's right here up in the middle. So I think this image has a lot of potential. I wish the light was a little bit better. So, but let me take one now. Just so we can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to do a little bit of a focus stack here. So I'm actually going to, let's change my focusing mode. Okay, we're going to come all the way to the bottom. And we'll just kind of work our way up. I'm shooting at f5.6. So it's not the widest depth of field, but it's not necessarily the most shallow either. So I'm just working my way up, and we're about at that infinity point. Okay, we'll see what that looks like in post. So like I said, I don't really have too high of hopes for this, just because of the way that light is falling across the mountain. And I think it has a lot of potential though if we have the right light. So we'll have to come back here at another time and try this again, because I think this could make a incredible photo, but just not quite yet. Just not the right conditions. So maybe it'd make a good Milky Way photo, actually. It's kind of facing the right direction a little bit. So this would be a good one to try for astro. But today is not that day. So next up, I think I'm going to... What do I want to do? I think I'm going to pull the drone out. See what I can get with that. So the light's really good right now for some potential drone stuff. And then I'm going to start working my way out of the canyon. So I'll show you right now what those two photos look like. The one from earlier in the day, about, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then this one right now taken at, I don't know what time it is, like 5:30, 5:45. So what should be good sunset light, but is not good sunset light. The sunset light is working it's working against us. So... okay, I'm gonna put the drone up. So there's that image that I took, and as you can see, that light just doesn't work very good. And that's compared to this photo, which I took about 6 hours earlier. So I ended up struggling a little bit with these images. I don't know if it's just because it was a new and unfamiliar area, but I only came away with 2 that I think were good.
we got the drone down. I gotta run to this next spot. We're losing light really fast, and this feature's way bigger than it looks on camera, so I gotta run all the way around it. I don't want to climb over it because that'll take way longer because it's way steep, and I'll lose my breath, and then I won't be able to walk, and that will be a tragedy. That was horrible. I ended up running up the hill anyways. And oh my gosh, I'm dying. So I got a photo from the top of the hill. Excuse me, wow. You catch my breath. The sand, or like the ground is super, super soft. It's just like running on the beach, except you're running on an incline. All right, anyways, so I have a little composition set up here. If you look in front of me, there's all these like little waves in the ground here. So it kind of looks like a lot of the same kind of formations you get in like a sand dune. So I'm using that as somewhat of a foreground element. I hope it's a strong enough foreground element. I don't know, we'll see. We lost a lot of our light. We're kind of shooting the blue hour now, so there's still a little bit of glow on the mountains, but I think it's just enough to get us a decent photo here. So let me see what I can do with this. Let's have this ND filter on. All right, so I am at ISO 8, or excuse me, f8. I'm shooting at 1/30th of a second, and I'm going to do a little 2-second timer. I don't know. It's fine. I'm gonna get a little closer to the ground here, see what that does. Okay, so I think this gives us something a little bit better. So if I brighten it up, you can kind of see some of those ridges in the ground there. I think it's kind of cool. So I'm gonna darken that back up. Set my focus right there in the middle. We might actually do a little focus stack just because we're a little closer. So I'm gonna do one at the bottom, and then we will do one up at the top. And maybe just for good measure, we'll do one right in the middle. Okay. I think that'll do it.
So I like how this turned out, but I'm not sure the composition is as strong as I was hoping it would be, and I'll be trying it again at a future visit. I also took this photo and a second one after this. Let me know what you think about these in the comments.
Okay, well that's gonna do it for me. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much if you watched this entire series. This is part 3 of a whole series of this trip down here in southern Utah. So if you watched everything, I really, really appreciate it. It's been a blast making it. It's been an awesome, awesome weekend. And I just can't thank you enough. So before I go, this place is really cool. So I'm really glad that we found this, and I'm definitely coming back to try some of that again. So, because I'm not finished with this location yet. So we will definitely be back. We will definitely be back. But in the meantime, be sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the photos in this video as usual, and let me know what you think. I want to hear it. So I'm gonna get going home, head back up to Salt Lake City. So it's been a long, kind of 3.5 days. We got down here Friday night, and it is now Monday night. So it's been a long weekend. But again, thanks so much for watching. Take care. We will see you next time. Bye.